Okay, so we are talking about the Beatles. Let it be. Let it be. Wisdom. Wisdom from who? Mother Mary. We are going to go over the shorts, but what I wanted to talk to you about is wisdom. We had the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Well, if you don't have wisdom, you don't know the difference. Now, the energy I have right now is let it be. So, what do I mean by that? Well, it's like I'll give you another example. Using our last few videos, we were talking about stray cat energy. Okay, now I don't know about you, but I want to be like that boy walking on the beach, picking up starfish and throwing them back in the ocean. And the man next to him says, "You can't save all these starfish." And the little boy says, "Yes, I can, one at a time." Okay, so speaking about the stray cat that we were talking about and the babies, we did find the babies, but we are going to let it be, meaning we are going to give out frequency love, we are going to give out food and water, but the shelters are 300% full, over full. Can't even get into the vet till next month for the most inexpensive spay and neuter place. So the revelation has been given to just let it be. Let nature take care of nature. You don't go out saving all the birds and bringing them in the house, right? But it's hard. You know, you see stray animals and you just want to take everyone in. So that's not going to happen. We have plenty on our plate. It's kind of like being at a buffet. I remember going to the buffet and I'd have this big plate of food, and it's like, but there was so much more on the buffet, so I wanted to get like another plate or another plate. Some people do that. They'll put like five, six plates out in front of them. We have to let it be. Take what's given to you, talk to Mother Mary, figure out what you need to do. But the answer right now is to let it be. Now, each one of you, of course, are going to have a different situation. It's not all going to be about starfish or stray animals, but just eat what's on your plate, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so we want to look up the words to Let It Be by the Beatles. And then if you watch the shorts, I'm going to go over it with you, but the words that he's singing just completes with the cards so perfectly. The other thing I was going to tell you is yesterday's video was blocked, as in AC/DC. They just don't want me playing AC/DC. They keep blocking it. So no more AC/DC. I will be posting, but I love their music. But that's just the way it goes. Every time I try, it just gets blocked. But that's okay. You know, we just keep living in the solution to everything. All right, so I want to go over the cards with you. The phone just moved and there's confirmation. We're going to go over these cards here. We had the Akashic Records with the Death card, and this is your purpose. We're just continuing from where I left them on the last couple readings. So we've got the death card. We've got this is your purpose. You're living out your Akashic records. It's time to get rid of your addictions to alcohol, drugs, sex, gambling, money. If you already have, it's time to keep it. Don't fall backwards, right? You need to take the risk. You have fast action coming in, and you need to take the risk. You need to do this, whatever it is. Talk to Mother Mary. Let her tell you what it is. Okay? We have Queen of Wands and Hannah. And the number 13 is very significant. And if you watch the last Chosen Chronicles with Seraphine, it's about music. It's about you becoming your inner child dreams and wishes. It's called Something Big is About to Happen. It's her last video. She mentions the number 13 and she mentions high voltage music and she mentions today's music. So very important video if you watch Chosen Chronicles. I told you last week to look up Hannah, the Queen of Cups here. So if you haven't, 1 Samuel chapter 1, it looks like. 1 Samuel, read the whole chapter. We've got the Queen of Wands, your creativity, and the Six of Swords. Get busy on your creativity. But again, with Hannah here and Mother Mary and me telling you about your addictions, don't go backwards. That's what I'm getting. And then in the song where they mentioned that some of our people aren't even with us, they're 5D and higher, this card came out. And it's the Four of Pentacles, but it's my contemplation card where they're 5D and higher and they're not with us, but we should still have peace, and peace should be our aim. Peace should be our goal. The song was really cool lyrics when it came to these two cards. But I want you to contemplate your future, keep it peaceful. Don't go backwards. Okay, we'll go ahead and pull some more cards here. Put some light on the subject. Okay, so we've got from dark to light also is coming through, that saying, from dark to light. And I'm going to do this addictions. We're going to shuffle this up here and talk about not going backwards. And if you already are in an addiction, then we want to get out of it, okay? Because your addictions, even eating meat and doing certain things, smoking cigarettes, things that you don't think that are really that harmful, are preventing you from your highest level. You may be on the highest timeline, but that doesn't mean you're on the highest level, okay? And then I'm also drawn to the black and the gray. A lot of dark to light going on right now, I'm feeling. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about these addictions, or you trying to get cleaner or better, whatever the word is there. Okay, let's just see what comes out. I've got take a trip, taking a break, but it was in reverse. So we really don't want to be taking trips right now. We want to stay grounded. There's a lot happening. I heard this week, maybe, right? But I don't get into that stuff because it's always tomorrow. It's always this week. It's always very soon. But if something like that does happen, we really don't want to be taking a trip. We want to just be centered. I would say the next few weeks, just really center yourself and let it be energy. Just kind of go with the flow. Take the shape of water in a container, right? Water takes the shape of its container. Just kind of go with the flow. So you don't really want to take a trip right now. And I also am getting a lot about this picture, a lot about castles. Now I'm going to go back to what I said about if something breaks this week, and I talk to my soul team at the Redemption Center and I get an NDA, you're not going to see no more YouTube from us because we're not going to be allowed to do it. But if our NDA is only a week or two, well, then we'll be back. If it's a month or 2 months or 3 months, I don't think we're even going to be back. So we really need to just stay in the day, stay in the moment, and see what transpires. If all this shit is just shit and it's not, none of it's going to happen, then we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. We're just going to keep coming on here and keep giving you the weather report, right? Okay, so taking a break, being in reverse, is just kind of on hold. We don't know if this castle is coming true. We don't know if we're staying in the galactic section. We don't know if we're building a castle and having a cat castle with a built-in vet. We don't know any of this yet. Now, if we were to have a castle with a built-in vet, then you can guarantee that any stray animals I see, I could take with me. But again, you can't speculate the future. Oh, you got to stay in today. You have to, because who knows what tomorrow's going to bring. Okay, then we have your spiritual disease in reverse. So you're getting this. You're listening to me right now. You're getting this. You're saying, yeah, I get this. Let's live in the day. Let's live in the moment. Let's have our pipe dreams. Let's have our projects on hand. But let's just stay in today. Let's talk to Mother Mary. Let's let this just happen. Let's let it be. Okay? And then karma's in reverse because we're pretty much at that point where our karmic assignments have been cleansed. We had the death. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle with this one. We had the death card, right? We're pretty much transitioning and we're putting an end. We're putting an end to this old life. It's just got to transpire. It feels to me like the cake is in the oven and we're waiting for it to come out so that we can eat it. But we don't know what it tastes like because it's still in the oven. It's not batter anymore. It's in the oven. It's not even frosted yet because it's still in the oven. It will taste different with frosting on too. You get my point? Good. 12:23 on the clock, and angels got this. So it's divine timing. We're waiting on just the right time for everything to happen. And in the meantime, we have to let it be, and the angels got this. Just like watching them stray animals outside, right? Wanting to just rescue them all. But you just got to pray for them, make sure their food and water is clean, give them a kiss, give them a pet, tell them you love them, and then go back inside your house and take care of the ones you have. The sky is the limit. This is the wild card in upright. This is my dreams coming true. This is your inner child. Seraphine talks about that. She says that we had these dreams. We had these high voltage dreams, and they kept getting shut down from the matrix. Well, we're out of the matrix now, so we can dream them dreams. The wild card, the magician, right? And then your communication is in a stall right now. You see that because it's in reverse. 8 of Wands in reverse. You're not getting that redemption appointment. You're not getting that soulmate. You're not getting that job. You're not getting something that is supposed supposed to communicate with you and something's not happening. So again, you have to go back to it's divinely timed. You have to just let temperance play out. And 3 of Cups. There will be a celebration. So you saw in this deck how we had the wild card upright, communication in reverse. I mentioned back to the angels got this, divine timing, and then the 3 of Cups, which is that celebration energy. So it's coming. As everybody, you're going to hear the same words from me. Soon, it's happening. You're going to get some kind of communication. Now, that communication could be no communication. Why do I say that? Because everybody's saying again how it's going to happen this week and you're going to get a redemption appointment and blah, 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 right? Well, let's say you don't because the communication card's in reverse. There's your answer. One of these days, that whole idea is either going to fruition up or it's going to be squashed. It's either going to come to pass or we're going to squash it and move on. And what I mean by squashing it and moving on is we will have a whole new soul tribe come together and we'll just go do our own thing. But that's future, that's not here. I don't like to speculate too far out because anything can change and we want to stay in today. We want to stay in our physical avatar, do the best we can in our physical avatar today, 17:07 on the clock. And then in astro, we're bringing this all in. But you know, as in any movie, even if you're an actor, you know that scenes change. Shit happens. Things change, right? Okay, and then we have 9 of Pentacles as the outcome. And we had this the other day where the 9 of Pentacles was the outcome. So you're going to be celebrating in your 9 of Pentacles. It just might not be in the way you think it today. That's why I say don't let your brain think results too much. Stay in where you're at. One starfish at a time. Throw it out into the ocean, right? One kitty, one possum, one raccoon, one bird at a time. You can put out your food. You can put out the water. You can give them a kiss. Before I go, I want to share a cute story. There's some stray duck out here, and the black crow and the duck were walking down the sidewalk across the street, like 2 buddies just walking down the street. It was so cute. Okay, so the warning here is 3 of Wands. Don't give up before the miracle happens, is what I'm hearing. Don't turn your back. Don't turn your back on the miracle before it happens. And don't get left out in the cold. Oh, that's beautiful, huh? By you turning your back on all this woohoo stuff, you're going to get left out in the cold. They're all in here doing their woohoo stuff, and these 2 are out here suffering because they turned their back on the woohoo stuff. Oh, I like that energy, huh? Yep, Queen of Pentacles, you have everything you need. Keep going forward. You might even want to listen to this a few times. Okay, you guys, I'm going to pick one more card from the middle. Right back to the Death card. So right where we started from, it's a transition. Don't give up before the miracle happens. Use your wisdom. Talk with Mary. I am Miss Mystic. Thank you for listening.